leprosy is a disease caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium leprae. But this disease is very peculiar in that people come to us with various kinds of myths about this disease. Many people do not know that this is just a bacterial disease and it is curable. We have an antibiotics multi-drug therapy which can completely kill the disease, kill the bacteria and cure the disease. But they do have a lot of these myths which is there since a long, long time, because it is existing in all the scriptures. Each old disease mentioned not only in a Bible but also in other scriptures as well. It is portrayed mostly as a judgment on one's sin, or it's God's curse. So that is why and you can see these people affected by leprosy thronging to the temples and just begging. They think that it is the curse and they are considered as outcast by the people. They are not allowed to enter the holy places because of this curse. They think that it is God's curse. Another myth is that people think that it is affecting only the very poor people. It doesn't affect the other strata of people. But in my own practice, I have seen people who are doctors, who are lawyers, who are engineers, and it is simply because a disease, like any other bacterial disease, it is caused by Mycobacterium leprae, and that is why it can affect anybody, provided their body immunity system is weak. And sometimes people come, they see people with the gross deformity of loss of fingers and toes. They think that they can transmit the disease. Actually, they are all the consequences of the disease. The bacteria does not eat up any part of the body. So there are many people who don't want to touch them with people with deformities. They still want to exclude them from the society. These are all myths. I mean, even with the people coming with presenting with ulcers, non-healing ulcers, and with the discharging pus and all, it is not the Mycobacterium leprae which is coming out from the body. It is the secondary bacterial infection that is infecting the open wound. It is like any other wound, open wound. But people fear the most. The moment the person gets the ulcer, they are sent away from their homes. They are homeless. They wander around, and till they come to one of our hospitals, it is a nightmare for them. And some in the local thing, all the people also think that it is a climate-related disease. Only with the people who are residing along the coastal areas, they get the disease and things like that. But it is actually nothing to do with the climate at all. The bacteria can stay anywhere in the soil or even in the water, and it just spreads because of an untreated person affected by leprosy spilling over the bacteria through when they cough or sneeze. The aerosol droplets which you happen to inhale, and that person's body resistance is low, you happen to get the diseases. But naturally, most of us, about 95% of the general population, are immune to this bacteria, so we do not get the disease. Me, I'm in this field for more than 35 years. I've been exposed many times over by the bacteria, the people who are not who are coming to me for the first time without getting treated. But because my body immunity is such that I have not contracted the disease so far. So this explains most of us are immune to this bacteria. There are very few people whose body immunity is very, very low. And if they happen to inhale the bacteria or at a higher load of bacteria, they happen to contract the disease and exhibit the signs and symptoms of the disease. These are some of the myths that patients come to us with, and we explain to them that this is a bacterial disease. It is completely curable disease. It is completely curable by the modern treatment called multi-drug therapy, which wherein a person can be cured completely.